Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Controller Build-A-Figure Wave US Agent. And I'm so freaking happy to have this figure. I was originally not excited for this guy because I hate this body mold. I absolutely hate this body mold. But it not only works for this US Agent, it actually it functions a lot better than previous times we've gotten this body. So, I mean, while I wish that it was on the Vulcan body, because I think that would be perfect, this works too, I feel like. So without further ado, let's get into what he comes with. So as you can see on the figure right here, he has a fist and an open hand, which those are just, all of his hands are reuse of Captain America, both versions that we've gotten. And he also comes with a right grip hand, even though he can't hold anything. He comes with, hello? He comes with a right grip hand, which I'm not sure why, but good to know that he can grip anything, even though he doesn't have anything to grip. And he also comes with another fist, so you can have him just punching everybody, which is good. Nice bright red color. I like it. Very accurate. And then he also comes with, of course, because he wouldn't be US Agent without it, his shield. I love this shield. It is, the paint on this is so clean. It's so shiny. It looks so good. I really do like it so much. I'm honestly afraid to like just anything with this shield because I don't want it to chip in any sort of way. It just looks so nice. It's so pretty. And then of course we have the standard horrible this thing, which I wish that they would just figure out something else to do. I don't know what they could do, but like, you know, they figured out how to do pinless joints, which are amazing. So like, can we please get an upgrade for the shield? Because I'm tired of this clip thing. It scratches paint or it flexes and it breaks and it's just terrible. So can we please just, Hasbro, I love you, just please figure something out, please. But this looks good. I like this. And I bet, I haven't tried with the US Agent from the MCU yet, but I bet you this will clip onto his hand and actually in his back with no problem. So that should look really cool. Pulling him in for a closer look at the detail, he actually is entirely reuse other than his head sculpt, which I do like this head sculpt. I think it's nice. But if I bring in Captain America, this US Agent kind of suffers from what the original Captain America's dealt with, which was, hey, why does he look like a 90-year-old man? And he kind of does. He look like, especially compared to this Cap, which looks really good, and he looks younger, you know, he looks more accurate to Captain America. You got that versus kind of an older looking US Agent, and it just, I don't know, it kind of throws me off a little bit. But I don't like these arms. Like I said, I wish that this was on the Vulcan body because one, he would have been pinless, which would have been awesome, and it wouldn't have been this body. But his belt's reuse, his arms or his lower arms are reuse, his legs are reuse, his boots are reuse, everything's reuse other than the head. The whole head is the only new sculpt, which, I mean, it's a clever reuse, I gotta say. I think it's clever reuse. It's good. It was a good choice for it, but I wish that it would have been on the Vulcan body or something. And I would compare it, but I actually can't compare it with the Vulcan body right now because I'm turning that into a special custom, which I will finish hopefully here in the next couple weeks. I'm just waiting on some stuff to get here, and I will be making a video on that because you guys will absolutely love it. But speaking of this Captain America, since I have two, I actually put this on him, his harness, and I think it looks really good. So I'm going to show you what this looks like real quick. But first, let's actually take a look at his paint apps here, and they're very clean on this. We're so used to, like, when it comes to white on black, it usually does not come out well at all, and this turned out very, very good. So I'm very happy about that. There's only a little bit of paint mess up on his face, like on his mask, so you can see right there. But it really would not be that hard to just take a black paint, you know, some black paint and just touch up right there. Then he's got the white star on the back, which is very sloppy. I'm not quite sure why that's very sloppy, but honestly, I'd rather have that be sloppy than the front here. So, and then he's got a little bit on the belt. But other than that, it's pretty much all just cast in what it looks like. But bringing in the harness from that Captain America, that retro one, I think this looks good. It doesn't fit him that well, but like you could always glue it down. Like, I mean, it fits perfectly on him, but it's not snug like it is on that Cap. So bringing back in his shield, plug that in, and it actually secures it a little bit better. And I think this looks good. It just adds a little bit more something, I guess, to him to make him. It makes the shoulders look more flush, but I think it looks good like this. But now let's take a look at his articulation. His head can go up that far, down all the way, tilt, decent amount, rotate. Shoulders are tight, but not as tight as they usually are with this body, so I'm not complaining too much. Out that far, very tight detents. Go up, of course. Bicep swivel, ball jointed elbows that go back that far, kind of runs into it because of the glove, but not too bad. All the hands have the standard back and forth joints, and then of course rotation. As for his torso, it can go that far forward, that far back, pretty good. Rotation, legs go out, not that far. I do not like these legs for that reason. I wish that they would have used, especially on the retro cap, I wish they would have used the short sculpt that they had for the 80th one, because then he could have like almost done the splits or something. But yeah, this is an older mold, so the legs don't go out that far, which is a bummer. Go that far forward though, which is pretty good. Back, not really at all, runs into the butt. It's got thigh swivel, of course. Double jointed knees that go back that far, runs in the boot sculpt a little bit there. He has boot swivel, of course. And then if you go back that far, up that far, and of course, ankle pivot. And now onto some size comparisons. As I already showed, here he's next to Captain America, and they're about the same height. And they're about the same build too. Cap's a little bit bigger, which I think is accurate. And like the shoulders and that, I think he's a lot broader, which is good. And then here he is next to the Bucky Cap mold, first appearance Daredevil. I think this looks good as well. I think that he's, as we all know, this Daredevil, the Bucky Cap mold is very outdated. This mold's getting outdated, but it's not as outdated as the Bucky Cap mold. I like the Bucky Cap mold. I liked it for the time, but as the figures have started to get better, and we got pinless now, and they've gotten bigger and all that stuff, it's just, it doesn't cut it anymore, And then for a fellow wave mate, the only one that I have so far, even though I do want pretty much everybody, I want everybody in that wave except for Speedball, because I have no attachment to Speedball. Everybody else I really want. Especially that Blue Marvel. Oh, I'm so excited about Blue Marvel. He's also on this body mold. But the Iron Man from this wave, which I did repaint, as I said, in the Iron Spider review. And then here he is next to the Symbiote Spidey, the retro one. And I think this looks good. If you wanted to do like, I'm pretty sure wasn't Mac Gargan he looked pretty much just like this, although I think there was actually some slight difference. So if you want to do your Thunderbolts and have them together like that, you could do it. Probably just pissed off a lot of people that are hardcore that know a lot more about that run than I do, but it could work if you're like me and don't know as much about that. And then as always, here is next to the Netflix Daredevil from Mezco, and then the Endgame Mafex Captain America. And I think this looks good as well. If you wanted to have him fight your Mezcos or your Mafex, I think you'd have to, obviously, good old-fashioned trick of the camera, but I think it could look good. Overall, though, I'm actually very happy with this figure. I had very low expectations because I do not like this body mold, but, the reuse that they have by using Cap's lower arms and his legs in its entirety, and the belt and whatnot, with the head being the only new sculpt, which I'm still not the biggest fan of. May try to look into a third party. If not, maybe take one of the 80th anniversary Cap heads and maybe sand that down and paint it black and make a younger looking US agent. Could end up doing that, maybe. We'll see. But as is, I think it's a solid figure. It's a good upgrade to the US agent that we got before, because that one was on the Bucky Cap mold, if I'm not mistaken. And the paint apps on this look really good. I feel like he's going to have some issues, though, with some paint apps. I think I may have just gotten really lucky, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And I think the harness also from the retro cap adds something to it, just a little extra something. And I may end up gluing it actually on this, but we'll see about that. And of course, that shield, the way they do the shield always pisses me off. I know it pisses off a lot of us, but I don't know what else they're going to do. That's for them to figure out. But yeah, I really enjoy this figure, and if you're a Captain America fan, if you're a US Agent fan, this is a definite pickup. And I hope that next year we get a upgraded Sam Wilson Captain America for him to go against. That'll be very fun. So yeah, that's going to do it for me, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.